Hello again. In this video, we'll be discussing nested for loops. Yeah, that's right, nested for loops, which are a way to iterate over multiple sequences simultaneously. Let's start with a simple example. Suppose we have a list of numbers and we want to create a multiplication table that shows the product of each pair of numbers in the list. Here's how we can go about it. Here, we are using a nested for loop to iterate over each pair of numbers in the list and calculate their product. The print statement with no argument is used to move to the next line after printing each row. Basically, it prints an empty line. Note that in this example, we have used two for loops, with the second loop nested inside the first loop. This means that for each element in the outer loop, the inner loop iterates over all the elements in the sequence. Nested for loops can be used to perform a variety of tasks, such as searching for an element in a matrix, creating patterns, or generating combinations of elements from multiple sequences. Now, there's a better way to write this code using the range function. The range function is a built-in function in Python that generates a sequence of numbers. It can be used in the for loop to iterate over a sequence of numbers without having to define a list explicitly. Let's refactor our multiplication table code using the range function. In this code, we use range into bracket 1, 13, close bracket, to generate a sequence of numbers from 1 to 12 inclusive. We then use these numbers in the nested for loop to compute the product of each pair of numbers. By using range instead of defining a list explicitly, we save memory and reduce the amount of code we need to write. Additionally, using range makes the code more flexible because we can change the range of numbers easily without having to modify the list explicitly. Let's look at another example that shows how nested for loops can be used to generate a pattern. Here we're using two nested for loops to create a pattern of asterisks. In the outer loop, we are iterating over a range of numbers from 0 to 4. In the inner loop, we are iterating over a range of numbers from 0 to the current value of I and printing an asterisk for each value of j. As you can see, nested for loops can be a powerful tool in Python programming and can be used to solve a wide variety of problems.